The ITU Plenipotentiary Conference in 22 in Romania will deal with many important topics. Of course, the first one is the election of the 5 elected positions for the ITU, the council members, the Radio Regulatory Board. The Plenipotentiary Conference also looks at the financial plan for the ITU and also agrees on a number of resolutions that are important for the Union for the next 4 years. On topics of great importance to the membership, including, first of all, connectivity, how we manage post-COVID, what are the digital services that will run on the network to make the lives of citizens better worldwide, the cybersecurity aspects to ensure trust and security in the use of ICTs. These are all critical topics for our new digital society. And ITU being the United Nations specialized agency on information and communication technologies with many private sector companies, over 900 entities, is really the unique spot for this international dialogue to take place. The COVID-19 was very painful on a human scale, but on the other side of the coin, it has been an opportunity to accelerate the connectivity and the digital transformation worldwide, probably by at least 6 years. Because during confinement, countries around the world found no other refuge than to connect their citizens remotely for teleworking, for education at home, for telemedicine, and for financial transactions. Many countries sent remittances to their citizens to help them during the COVID-19 through mobile phones. So it was an opportunity to really highlight the importance of connectivity and digital services, and many countries, members of the ITU, have worked very closely with us to leverage all of the standards that we have developed over the years, for example, for authenticating users, for financial inclusion, using of mobile phones to transact money, etc., so that these services could be rolled out for the citizens in a record time. The security and identity management is one of the fundamental output from the ITU standards process. The public key infrastructure, which is the protocol used today to secure all transactions on the network, is an ITU standard called the X509. And the importance of using that protocol and deploying it and having the certificates to digitally sign, to authenticate people, to have strong authentication that is passwordless, came to the forefront. The ITU also works with all of our member states to ensure that we have cyber centers and cyber capabilities, so that capacity building in our member states is an area that the ITU is very much involved in. And we have a nice workflow between the Standards Bureau and the ITUT that develops standards, and our Development Bureau that looks at projects and capacity building. And ensuring that those projects in capacity building are built on international standards allows our member states to move very rapidly in securing their infrastructure, providing digital identity to their citizens, and being able to authenticate users on the network. The digital transformation is on the mind of every policymaker, ICT minister, telecom regulator, digital regulator, because the physical world needs the technology to transform quickly in the post-COVID era. For example, smart cities, the ability to connect citizens to all the city services, and then going to a smart nation, so that the nations provide digital services to their citizens. That's a critical area. A second example is digital health. We're working very closely with the World Health Organization to use AI for health, for example, where AI algorithms on a smartphone can help countries with low number of doctors to really take advantage of that. A third example is transportation and using ICTs to reduce the number of fatalities on the road, and intelligent transportation systems allow us to do that. Autonomous and assisted driving allow us to do that. And we recently launched a new initiative on AI for road safety to encourage countries, least developed, low and medium income countries, to start collecting the data about the accidents, the driver, the automobile, the location of the accident, and how quickly emergency services came in order to use that data and use AI algorithms to predict and prevent and try to mitigate and manage accidents. A third area is natural disaster management. Based on satellite imaging and the Internet of Things, we can manage mudslides, floods, fires, and so on and so forth. So all of these rely on two critical components. One is the connectivity. It could be 4G, 5G, with a robust fiber optic infrastructure. And two, the digital infrastructure, the data centers, the connectivity to those data centers, and all the digital services that go on top of it.